Hannah, and welcome back to my channel, or hi, hello if you're new here. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. My name is Hannah. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out me and my YouTube channel for today's video. I'm really excited because today I'm going to be doing a halo eye inspired by my birthstone, which is Amethyst, and today when y'all are watching this video, it is currently my birthday, so happy birthday to me. But fun fact, when I am filming this video, I am still 25, but when I'm going to be putting this video out there for y'all to watch, I will be turning 26. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into this halo eye look. I'm first going to be taking the shade Prince and Beauties. It is just a light lavender color, and what I'm going to do with that shade is just kind of map out where I want the halo eye with it, and what it's going to do is kind of like be my transition shade for everything that we're going to lay down. So what I'm going to do is take, where is my brushes? My brushes are over here. I couldn't find my brushes. What I'm going to do is just take this small little detailed crease brush to map out the halo eye. So as you can see here, what I'm doing is just kind of stamping out the shadow right here and then just dragging it up at the crease. I'm not really using back and forth motions or circular motions or anything like that. I'm really just using a stamping motion to apply that shadow to the crease / lid area. And the reason why I like to do this when I'm doing a halo eye is just because I feel like it makes it go more coherent together. It just kind of lays down the product where you want it, and then we'll blend it out afterwards. So I just prefer using like a stamping motion. Now what I'm going to do is just take leftover shadow on the brush and just connect to the center. And for this part, I will be using back and forth motions. I also like to sit with my eye kind of like this, so that way I can still see when I'm applying the shadow. So that way my placement is to par. This brush has no product on it, it's just dirty, but what I'm going to do is just take this brush now and just kind of run it back and forth just to blend out those harsh edges, make everything look nice and soft. We don't want any harsh edges on the shadow. We want everything to just look soft and look like it is really blended out. So that is why I'm going to be doing this method. Now, growing up as a kid, I never really liked my birthstone. I always felt like my birthstone just didn't fit me. But now that I've gotten older, I've definitely grown an appreciation for my birthstone. I just think that Amethyst is just a really pretty stone now that I'm older, but when I was a kid, I absolutely hated my birthstone. Going into my BH Cosmetics Aurora Lights eyeshadow palette, this is an 18 color baked eyeshadow palette. What I'm going to do with this palette is take my central color, because what I'm going to do is lay down my center color before we lay down the deeper shade. So that's just what I'm going to be doing now, and it's a little hard to open this palette with press-on nails, but anyway, I'm going to be taking the shade Flashing. Flashing is just a really pretty gunmetal silver color. It is going to look absolutely beautiful in the center of the lid, and I'm going to be applying that with just this flat shooter brush. Now, these shadows, they don't do well when they're dry. I really prefer to use these wet because they just have such a beautiful foil metallic-like finish to them. But if you want to use them dry, you can, but just be warned, they're going to be more of a glitter topper when they're dry rather than like a full-on pigment. So if you want pigment and you want a full-on metallic foiled look, I prefer to use these wet, and I recommend to use these wet. You can dampen these brushes with some setting spray, with some water, just whatever. That is just what I prefer to do. Going into the Profusion Spectrum eyeshadow palette, I'm going to take the shade Rain, and what I'm going to be doing with this shadow is applying this to the outer part of the lid / crease area just to deepen up the halo eye. Now I'm going to curl my eyelashes with my e.l.f. eyelash curler, and then I'm going to go in with some mascara. The mascara that I'm going to be using today is just Nars Climax Extreme Mascara. Alright, I'm really excited for this part of the video because I get to make an exciting announcement. I am now a ambassador for Dstar lashes. So I am a lash promoter now, and I am so excited. I've been wanting to be a lash promoter / ambassador for a very long time. So I'm really happy to check this off of my bucket list of things to do social media wise. And these are in the style Paige. I got these because I love the YouTuber that designed these, Paige here on YouTube. And if you would like to purchase your very own Dstar lashes, you can do so. I have a link down below in the description, as well as a little discount code that you can use to save 20% off of your order. And that discount code is all caps Hannah20, and you just type that in at the checkout and you will get 20% off your lash order. So I'm going to be applying these lashes with my little lash applicator from Beauty Big Bang, and then I'm going to be going in with my strip lash adhesive glue. Alrighty, y'all. So now we're going to do the skin. So first I'm going to go in with my NYX Skin Stop One Stop Foundation. This might be getting old of me using this foundation. Just trying to use it up before it expires in April. So what I'm going to be doing is applying this with my e.l.f. Complexion Sponge. Alright, now I'm going into my L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Full Concealer. I am in the shade Eggshell. I really like this concealer because it's a good drugstore full coverage concealer. And what I'm going to be doing with this concealer is, well, first I'm going to move that out of the frame. What I'm going to be doing is applying just a little bit underneath the eye area, just to kind of brighten everything up. The center of my forehead and the center of my chin as well, just to also brighten everything up. I've been really into using a concealer that is a shade lighter than my skin tone. I used to be really into using a concealer that was the same shade as my skin tone, but recently I've gotten into using a little bit of a lighter shade because I just like to brighten and to highlight. So I'm going to use this part of the sponge right here to blend out my chin area. And as you can see, it just kind of makes everything just look a little bit more better and just a little bit more brightened. Dab this up here on the center of my forehead as well, just to kind of make everything look just a little bit more, you know, voluptuous, I guess you could say, if that's even a word. I don't think it is. And then I'm going to use this end right here to blend out my under eye. Alright, now I'm going to use my Tarte. This is the Amazonian Clay Smooth Operator Powder. I always forget what this is called, but this is actually a really good powder. I don't like the packaging of this because it just comes out of two little holes, and the holes are like so freaking tiny. And it's hard to get it out of the thing, and it just like flew everywhere, and I just wasted a bunch of product, but you know, that's how life goes sometimes. But I'm just going to pop a little bit of this into the cap. And then what I'm going to do is use this little brush right here just to set my under eye in place. Because this concealer, this L'Oreal concealer, it is a good concealer, but you do have to set it pretty quickly, or else it will start cracking underneath your eye area. So you do have to be pretty quick about setting it. And a lot of times when I am doing my makeup and I'm not filming, I will go ahead and pour out my powder that I'm going to use, so that way that's already ready to use when I'm done blending out the concealer. But I do really like this powder. It is a very smooth powder. It's a very thin powder, and it works really nicely under the under eye area. This powder it's an okay setting powder. I prefer to use my Hard Candy Translucent powder as a all-over setting powder, but I will use the Tarte one if I have to. It's not bad, but it's not really something that's great for all over the face. This is just more good for like the under eye area. Alright, now I'm going to focus on my lower lash line. So first what I'm going to do is go into my Esquideo eyeliner. This is just any shade of black. Alright, so I'm just going to line my waterline with this eyeliner pencil. I actually really like Esquideo's eyeliners. They're very smooth, they're very creamy, they're very opaque. They're very, very true to color, which I really like. I have this one, and then I have a brown one that I use like on an everyday basis. And that one's really good too. But today I just figured with the purple we would do black, because I just feel like black eyeliner looks better with a purple eye look than a white eyeliner does. I don't know why, but that's just kind of like how I feel. So I just felt like this would look better with the purple. It would just kind of like contrast and everything. So now what we are going to do is we're going to pop some shadow and smudge some shadow along my lower lash line area. So what I'm going to do is go back into that Profusion Spectrum eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take the shade Rain again, and we're just going to pop that onto the lower lash line with this little angled brush right here. This is a unicorn brush that I did get off of Amazon with a whole bunch of other little unicorn handled brushes. I really like unicorns, even though I am a 26-year-old woman when y'all are watching this video. You know, some things just never change about me. This is kind of funny, but, you know, I am an Aquarius, and Aquarians are very quirky. That's just how we are by nature. We're very quirky. We're very, I guess you could say, dorky. We like, you know, quirky things, and I guess if, you know, my quirky thing is that I like unicorns, then so be it. There's worse things out there that I could be liking, you know? So, it is what it is. I guess take it with a grain of salt. So, I'm just going to pop that there. I'm quickly going to use my little shadow switcher right here, and I'm just going to brush off the extra product that we didn't use on that brush, because I'm actually going to be filming another makeup tutorial today, so I'm trying to be very cleanly about my brushes and not get them too dirty. So now what I'm going to do is go into my Nars Climax Extreme Mascara just on the lower lashes, just to kind of give my lower lashes just a little something something, because they are definitely tiny. Today I don't really know what the deal is with my lower lashes lately, but my lower lashes have always been pretty freakishly long, and they still are. But my lower lashes have just been wanting to clump together whenever I do my mascara. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know if it's this mascara or what, but I don't know. I mean, I like this mascara, but I go through phases with mascaras where I'm like, oh, I love it. And then I go through phases where I'm like, oh, I hate it. And right now I'm just in the hate it phase. Benefit Hoola bronzer. This is just the original bronzer, and what I'm going to do is take this on this big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to use this to warm up my complexion. Going into my Benefit, this is the Cheekleaders Bronze Cloud palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Coralista, which is just a really pretty blush shade, and I'm just going to be applying this to the apples of my cheeks using my little angled brush right here. I've said this numerous times, I'm going to say this again. Ever since I have been doing makeup, I've always just used an angled brush to apply my blush. I don't know why. I just feel like it does a better job a typical blush brush at applying your blush. Plus, I like to kind of take my blush a little bit higher up than at most people. I just feel like that looks better on my face shape. But, you know, you do your makeup how you want to do your makeup. That's the beautiful thing about makeup, is everybody is free to do with it what they will and express themselves how they feel like they want to. I'm going to be taking the Balm Mary Lou Luminizer Highlighter, and what I'm going to be doing is just applying this to the high points of my cheekbones with this cheek highlight brush. Now I'm going to be going into my Huda Beauty liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Crush, because this is absolutely one of my favorite nude liquid lipsticks. And after all, this is going to be going up on my birthday, so it's only fitting that I use my favorite products. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun creating this really pretty eye look. I love the way that it turned out, and I love the fact that I got to share this video with you all on my 26th birthday. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a big thumbs up down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button while you're down there as well. I'm here for you with new videos every Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 6 or 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also give me a follow over on my social media handles as well. So that way you can keep up with me, you can keep tabs on me, and you can keep a lookout when I do post and upload new videos. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you all in my next one really, really soon. Bye, my little unicorns.